Good morning, everyone. Myself Supriya Ispute. Today we discuss about the Davangere University second semester Unit 4 topic area of plane curves. In this one, we discuss about the problems on finding asymptotes and asymptotes for polar curves and singular points and multiple points. Find all asymptotes of the curve x cube plus 2x square y plus xy square minus x square minus xy plus 2 is equal to 1. Here, the asymptotes, look here. The asymptotes which are parallel to x-axis, first consider the coordinate axis. For the coordinate axis, the highest power of x is here in this equation is x cube. Their coefficient is constant, therefore there is no asymptotes parallel to x-axis. In the same way, the coefficient of highest power of y is y square. Their coefficient is x. X is equal to 0. X is 0 is occurs only on the y-axis. Therefore, y-axis itself acts like an asymptote for that curve. Next. Now the given equation can be written as like this: h3 h2 plus h1 plus h0 is equal to 0. h3, that is of degree 3. Okay, x cube plus 2x square into y plus xy square, these are the of degree 3, right? So take that in the bracket, minus x square minus xy plus 2 is equal to 0. Here these two terms are of 2, degree 2. There is no terms which have degree 1, right? Plus 2 is equal to 0. That is, to find the oblique asymptotes, we put x is equal to 1 in this equation and y is equal to m in these equations. What we have? 1 cube is 1 plus 2, 1 square into y is 2m plus 1 into m square is m square. 1 plus 2m plus m square minus 1 into m is m plus 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, from these equations, what we can write? Phi 3 of m is 1 plus 2m plus m square, or m square plus 2m plus 1. Phi 2 of m is minus 1 minus m. Phi 1 of m is, there is no degree 1 terms. Therefore, phi 1 of m is equal to 0 and phi 0 of m is equal to 2. So, the slopes corresponding to these asymptotes, that is slopes of the asymptotes, are given by phi 3 of m is equal to 0. That is m square plus 2m plus 1 is equal to 0. M square plus 2m plus 1 is nothing but m plus 1 whole square. That is equal to 0. M is equal to minus 1 minus 1. That is the repeated roots. If the roots are repeated, then we have to find out the intercept in this formula. C square divided by 2 into phi 3 double dash of m plus c into phi 2 dash of m plus phi 1 of m is equal to 0. C square divided by 2 into phi 3 dash double dash of m. Look here, phi 3 of m is m square plus 2m plus 1. For the first differentiation, 2m plus 2. For the second differentiation, 2m only. Therefore, 2 plus c into phi 2 dash of m. Phi 2 dash of m. Phi 2 of m is minus 1 into m minus m. For the first differentiation, 0 minus 1. Therefore, c into minus 1 plus phi 1 of m is, there is no first degree terms. Therefore, 0 is equal to 0. 2 get cancelled. We have c square minus c is equal to 0. Taking c common, we have c into c minus 1 is equal to 0. That is, c is equal to 0 and c is equal to 1. Therefore, the asymptotes corresponding to m is equal to minus 1. Y is equal to mx plus c is the asymptotes. Y is equal to m is for minus 1 minus x plus 0. And for the repeated root, y is equal to minus x plus 1. So, these are the asymptotes which are oblique, and the parallel asymptotes is x is equal to 0. So, these are the three asymptotes of the given curve. Next, find all the asymptotes of the curve x cube plus 3 x square y minus 4 y cube minus x plus y plus 3 is equal to 0. So, here the highest power of x is x cube and their coefficient is 1. Therefore, there is no asymptotes parallel to x-axis, and also the highest power of y is y cube. Their coefficient is minus 4, that is a constant. Therefore, there is no asymptotes parallel to y-axis. There is no asymptotes parallel to the coordinate axis. Arranging the given equation in the form of h3 plus h2 plus h1 plus h0 is equal to 0. Here the highest degree is 3. Therefore, I have taken h3 from h3. This is to find the oblique asymptote, right? Oblique asymptote. So, h3 is x cube plus 3x square minus 4y cube, right? So, This is the equation. To find the oblique asymptotes, put x is equal to 1 and y is equal to m in these equations. What we have, look here. Look here. 1 cube means 1 plus 3 m minus 4 m cube minus 1 plus m plus 3 is equal to 0. Phi 3 of m is equal to, what we can write, 1 minus 4 m cube plus 3 m plus 1. Phi 2 of m is, here there is no second degree terms, so therefore phi 2 of m is equal to 0. And phi 1 of m is equal to minus 1 plus m, right? Minus 1 plus m. And phi 0 of m is constant 3. Slopes of the asymptotes are given by phi 3 of m is equal to 0, right? So phi 3 of m is minus 4 m cube plus 3m plus 1 is equal to 0. So on solving these equations, we get m is equal to 1. This is only by inspection method. That is, by putting m is equal to 1 in these equations, what we have, minus 4 plus 3 plus 1, that is 0. Therefore, m is equal to 1 by inspection method. To find the remaining roots, we use the synthetic division method. We know m is equal to 1 is the one of the root, and the equation is minus 4m cube plus 3m plus 1 is equal to 0. Just I write the coefficient of m cube, m square, m and constant, minus 4, 0, 3, 1. Minus 4, 0, 3, 1. Right? Next, 1 minus 4 plus 0 is equal to minus 4. 1 into minus 4 is minus 4. 0 minus 4 is minus 4. 1 into minus 4 is minus 4. 3 minus 4 is minus 1. 1 into minus 1 is minus 1. 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. From this, we can write the equation minus 4m square minus 4m minus 1 is equal to 0. Or multiply minus on both sides, we have 4m square plus 4m plus 1 is equal to 0. And this can be written as 2m plus 1 whole square. This is equal to 0. This implies m is equal to, that is, minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2. These are the repeated roots. So totally we have m is equal to 1, minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2. So in these three, these are the repeated. For the non-repeated roots, m is equal to 1, we use, to find the intercept, we use the formula c is equal to minus phi 2 of m divided by phi 3 dash of m is equal to minus of phi 2 of m is 0. Sorry, phi 2 of m is here 0. And phi 3 dash of m, this is minus 12 m square plus 3, but it is not 0 term. So just I write this one, phi 3 dash of m. So 0 by the non-zero element, that is equal to 0. Therefore, the corresponding asymptotes is y is equal to mx plus c. Y is equal to m is 1. 1 into x plus c is 0. Therefore, y is equal to x is the one of the asymptotes, or x minus y is equal to 0 is the asymptote. Next, for the repeated roots minus 1 by 2 and minus 1 by 2, we use this formula c square divided by 2 into phi 3 double dash of m plus c into phi 2 dash of m plus c phi 1 of m is equal to 0. C square divided by 2. Phi 3 double dash of m is minus 24m. Look here. Phi 3 of m is minus 4m cube plus 3m plus 1 is 1. For the first derivation, we have minus 12m square plus 3. Second derivation, minus 24m plus 0. Therefore, minus 24m plus c into phi 2 dash of m, there is no second order degree terms, therefore 0. Plus phi 1 of m is minus 1 plus m is equal to 0, right? C square by 2 minus 24, m is a minus 1 by 2. Just put the m values. Minus 24 into minus 1 by 2 plus minus 1 plus m is minus 1 by 2. Therefore, I write minus 1 by 2 is equal to 0. Here, minus into minus is plus. 2 12s are 24. Again, 2 6 are 12. 6 c square minus 1 minus 1 by 2 is minus 3 by 2 is equal to 0. So 6c square is equal to 3 by 2. C square is equal to 3 by 12. C is equal to plus or minus 1 by 2. That is, this is 1 by 4. Therefore, square root of 1 by 4 is plus or minus 1 by 2. That is, this is for the roots minus 1 by 2. Therefore, the asymptotes are y is equal to mx plus c. M is minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2, x plus 1 by 2. For plus 1 by 2, y is equal to minus 1 by 2, x minus 1 by 2. These are the two roots. So, the totally the three roots are there. The first one, this is y is equal to x. This can be written as x minus y is equal to 0. And taking this LCM and shift whole terms to left hand side, we have x plus 2y minus 1 is equal to 0. Next, x plus 2y plus 1 is equal to 0 are the three asymptotes for the given curve. Next, asymptotes for polar curves. The polar curves of the form 1 by r is equal to f of theta. To find the asymptotes for polar curves, first we solve f of theta is equal to 0. Then we obtain the roots and taken that roots as alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, so on. And find f dash of theta, step 3, f dash of theta, and the value of f dash of theta at theta is equal to alpha 1, alpha 2, so on, alpha 3. Find these. The equation of the asymptotes corresponding to the root theta is equal to alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, so on are given by r sine of theta alpha theta minus alpha 1 is equal to 1 divided by f dash of alpha 1, comma, if the two roots are then exist, we have to get the two asymptotes, the equation of the asymptotes, right? In the similar way, for n roots also, r into sine of theta minus alpha 2 is equal to 1 divided by f dash of alpha 2, so on. Find the asymptotes of the curve r theta is equal to a. The equation of the curve can be written as 1 by r is equal to theta by a, right? 1 by r. Shift the r's to this side, 1 by r, this is theta by a. Or 1 by r is equal to theta by a, right? So, the polar curve is of the form 1 by r is equal to f of theta. Therefore, f of theta is theta by a. On solving the theta, that is by f of theta is equal to 0, f of theta is equal to 0 means theta by a is equal to 0. A into 0 is 0, theta is equal to 0. Right? We have theta is equal to 0. That is, the root is alpha. I consider a single root is there. Therefore, I consider alpha is equal to 0. Then find the f dash of theta. F dash of theta is equal to 1 divided by a. So, then f dash of alpha is equal to also 1 by a, because there is no theta terms to put the alpha. The equation of the asymptotes are given by, for the polar curves, r into sine of theta minus alpha is equal to 1 divided by f dash of alpha. R sine of theta minus alpha is 0 is equal to 1 divided by f dash of alpha is nothing but 1 divided by a, and this can be put in the numerator terms. It comes under numerator term. So therefore r sine of theta minus 0 is equal to what we have? A. This is A. Or r sine theta is equal to A. Next, find the asymptotes of the curve r cos sin theta is equal to a. The equation of the curve can be written as 1 by r is equal to cos n theta divided by a, right? 1 by r into cos n theta divided by a. F of theta is equal to cos n theta by a, because 1 by r is equal to f of theta. F of theta is nothing but this one, cos n theta divided by a. For solving f of theta is equal to 0, that is cos n theta divided by a is equal to 0, cos n theta is equal to 0. That is n theta is equal to 2m pi plus or minus pi by 2. If m is equal to an integer, n theta is equal to m pi plus pi by 2. So theta is equal to 1 divided by n into m pi plus pi by 2. And we call this one as alpha. That is the roots. So consider f dash of theta. F of theta is this one. F dash of theta is cos theta is minus sin theta into n. That is minus n sin n theta divided by a. So then f dash of alpha is equal to, this is alpha, 1 by n. That is, look here, f dash of alpha minus n by a into sin n alpha. Right? Putting the alpha to this theta, we have this term. Then minus 1 by a into sin of n alpha. N into alpha is nothing but what we have, 1 by n into m pi plus pi by 2. 1 by n into n get cancelled. We have sin of m pi plus pi by 2. This implies minus n by a into cos m pi. Right? Sin m pi plus pi by 2 or a sin pi by 2 plus m pi means that's a what we have, cos m pi. Therefore, the equation of the asymptotes can be written as r sin theta into theta minus 1 by a, theta minus 1 by n into m pi plus pi by 2 is equal to minus 1 divided by f dash of alpha. That is 1 divided by this term, that is minus a divided by n into cos m pi. Next, singular points. The singular point is nothing but The point P of x1 comma y1 of the curve f of x comma y is equal to 0, at which point both the partial derivatives del f by del x and del f by del y vanishes is called singular point of the curve. Note, every curve need not have a singular point. Find the singular points on the curve x cube plus x square plus y square minus x minus 4y plus 3 is equal to 0. The equation of the curve is f of x comma y is equal to, consider that equation. First we have to find out the del f by del x. Del f by del x is here with respect to x cube with 3x square plus 2x plus y square differentiation is 0 with respect to x and minus 1. And del f by del y is equal to 2y minus 4. So now to find the singular points, consider del f by del x is equal to 0 and del f by del y is equal to 0. Del f by del x is equal to 3x square plus 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. On solving these quadratic equations, we have x is equal to 1 by 3 and or x is equal to minus 1. And these are the two roots, right? And so del f by del y is equal to 0, 2y minus 4 is equal to 0. So y is equal to 4 by 2 is nothing but 2. The possible singular points are 1 by 3 comma 2 and minus 1 by comma 2. But in these 2 points, we have to check whether these points are on this curve or not. By putting the x value is 1 by 3 and y is equal to 2 for these 2 points. If it satisfies this equation, that is it's equal to 0, then that point are said to be singular points. In these 2 equations, the point minus 1 comma 2 lies on this curve. By putting minus 1 and for x and 2 for y, we have get the 0. That is the point lies on that curve. Therefore, the singular point is minus 1 by 2. Now the multiple point and the double points. A point on a curve through which more than one branches of the curve passes, then we call multiple point. And the point on the curve and that point, the 2 branches of the curve is passes, then we call the double point. Okay. At the double point curve have 2 branches, therefore the 2 tangents are there on that point. The classification of the double points. Depending upon the nature of the double point, we classify the double point as node, cusp and conjugate point or an isolated point. For node, if the 2 tangents at a double points are real and distinct, then we call that point as a node. And when the 2 tangents at that points are real and repeated, then repeated means real and coincident, then the point is called a cusp. And if there is no other real points on that curve, means there is an imaginary point on that curve, then that point is called, that is isolated point or conjugate point. It's like this node. And these are the cusps, real and coincident. Here real and distinct points. Okay, real and distinct points, real and coincident, and imaginary points. Thank you.